Hello and welcome to episode 13 of the Vampire Queen series. There are more episodes on my channel and other series as well, and if you'd like access to adult content or you just want to support the channel, there's a link to my Patreon down below. Please leave a comment, I love hearing from you, and as always, I hope you enjoy. Good evening, pet. You were exhausted. You slept all day. Right here beside me. We are in our new home. Do you remember me bringing you inside? You were so exhausted I carried you up here. Well, you're home now. Safe again. You can rest as long as you need. Don't you worry about me. I have you in my bed again. I don't think I could feel any better. But you, little human, you need food. And it seems you need your curiosity sated as well. Come, I shall give you a tour of our new home, at the bottom of which is the kitchen, where we shall feed you like a queen. It's colder here, so much further south, so yes, I did dress you in a nightgown. And if you'd kindly put on a robe as well. I'm in the sort of mood where I won't really be argued with, pet. Humour me. This new home of ours is much smaller than our last, but considering that was a castle, then pretty much any move is going to take us to a smaller place. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, though. Perhaps it was too large. But we've left that behind, haven't we? I won't insult your intelligence. You've gathered this as the master bedroom. And through here, there is still a bath to be used at our discretion. That's one thing I'll say for relocating closer to civilization. The amenities are much improved. You can try and hide the little gleam I saw in your eye there, pet, but don't worry. I saw it. We can return to the matter of a bath later on this evening. But first, this floor is our domain. Sitting rooms and whatnot, some rather useless guest rooms and what have you. Come downstairs. Do you like the place? Yes, it is altogether warmer. No, I know what you mean. Nothing to do with the temperature, rather the feeling of the place. There are far more gas lamps, for one, built in straight to the walls. More wood rather than stone. One's footsteps don't echo down hallways here. The atmosphere isn't so menacing, which is more than fine. I'm menacing enough to keep the shadows at bay. The first floor. No idea where the paintings came from, nor who their subjects are, but they're better than blank walls. Only had a few removed of particularly distasteful-looking men. I don't need that sort of thing in my home, thank you very much. The entryway, the front door, a rather ostentatious dining room. It might just be the biggest room in the house. The architects clearly had entertaining in mind. More sitting rooms that I've yet to fully explore, though the servants have done a wonderful job of making the place look lived in, especially in such a short amount of time, bless them. They've insisted on keeping themselves to the kitchen and apartments downstairs, no matter the finely furnished rooms above ground, but what can you do? They... Well, I'm sure you've gathered over your time with us that they are skittish little souls, for various reasons. And I'm certain that you won't be surprised when I say that I rather like collecting broken little creatures that may convalesce under my protection. If they'd rather be tucked away safely in the servants' quarters, it's no skin off my nose. There are no chains holding them down, and in fact they are the ones that hold the keys to all the doors, so... Though having you by my side has been a boon, pet, they seem to have grown in confidence, even if it is just a fraction. Perhaps they like their new mistress. Well, that's what you've become. If not an authority figure, then someone to be admired. Perhaps you still don't realize quite how beautiful you are, the way you glimmer and shine. Who needs the sun? But our tour is not over, so speaking of the lower floor where the servants reign, it does include the kitchen, indeed, where you will sit and eat a good meal. Pet, my meal is much further down the list of important tasks. Now come. Even down here it is cozy. Cozier than above, perhaps. Good evening. Good, pet. Sit. Eat. And oh, how they scatter. You are my pet, but they are my mice. And what loyal mice as well, they've made you food. Eat. If I tried what? Eating food. I have no desire to. It would be like telling you to try a mouthful of ash from a recently extinguished fireplace. Utterly unappealing, and most likely it would only make you ill. I don't really even remember the experience of eating food. All I know is that I was surprised by the intensity of having my first drink of blood, so I imagine food still pales in comparison. The smell of it can be pleasant, I suppose. Oh, it's been a very, very long time since I last ate. I'm not entirely sure how old I am. Many, many centuries that all sort of blur together. Some of us take great pride in knowing the precise number of years, but it never seemed an important thing for me to take note of. We're not in a town. No, we are near one, though. Far more substantial than that decrepit little village you hail from, but I'd hardly call it a city either. I bought this property a few decades ago, and it's sat mostly empty since then, so I do imagine we'll garner some interest, having brought it to life, but interest is inevitable, moving to a new place. Oh yes, this is the furthest you've ever travelled. I'll be honest, pet, I'm inclined to say no. That you may not go exploring, but that's rather unflattering of me. No, I think it's clear by now, pet, that I trust you, but I worry constantly about so many things, but Like I said about the servants, there are no chains, there are no locks. What you get up to in the daylight hours is your business. As long as you're still mine. That is. We're still in agreement about that, aren't we? You are mine. Mine to touch. Mine to bed. Good. You were in quite the rush to inhale your meal. The bathtub needs a test run, does it? My. A very important task indeed. We shall have to go back upstairs then, and I shall help you with this very important task.